嗨，大家好，我是 Jenny， 欢迎来到 Jenny 周末来闲聊的过年特别企划节目。今天要聊的主题超应景，就是财神爷的传说，你知道吗？明天就是大年初五了，初五要干吗？当然是接财神啊。不过你知道财神爷有好几位吗？而且不同行业要拜不同的财神，拜错了财运可能就不来了。今天就来好好聊聊这些故事，让大家新年发大财。先说说最有名的五路财神。五路财神是哪五路？其实就是东西南北中5个方位，每个方位各有一位财神。统领这五路财神的大老板是谁？就是赵公明。赵公明在道教里地位超高，他被尊称为正一玄坛元帅，也叫做赵玄坛，底下管住4位财神，分别掌管东西南北4路财源，加上他自己坐镇中央，这就是五路财神的由来。赵公明的故事很传奇，传说他本来是秦朝时候的人，在终南山修道成仙，长得黑面浓须，手里拿着铁鞭，骑着黑虎四处巡游，看起来威风凛凛。他不但能招财进宝，还能驱雷役电，惩罚坏人，保护好人，所以民间对他特别敬重。你可能会问，为什么财神爷要骑黑虎？这里头有个有趣的说法，老虎在古代象指威猛，黑色代表北方河水，水在五行里代表财富流动，所以黑虎就成了财神的坐骑。而且你看庙里的赵公明神像，通常都是黑脸黑须骑黑虎，这个形象超有辨识度。接下来说说文财神。文财神最有名的有2位，一位是比干，一位是范蠡。先说比干的故事。比干是商朝的忠臣，也是纣王的叔叔。他看不惯纣王宠爱妲己，整天沉迷酒色，就直言劝谏，结果惹怒了纣王。纣王听信妲己的话，说要看看圣人的心有几个孔，就把比干给杀了，剖开他的心脏。这个故事超悲惨的。那比干怎么会变成财神？民间有个说法，说比干没有心，所以办事公正无私，不会偏袒任何一方。做生意最需要的就是公平交易，所以大家就把他当成财神拜。特别是做生意的商人，都喜欢拜比干，希望生意能够公平顺利。另一位文财神范蠡更有意思。范蠡是春秋时期的人，他帮助越王勾践灭掉吴国，建立了大功劳。但他很聪明，知道勾践这个人可以共患难，不能共享福，所以攻城之后就急流勇退，带着美女西施隐居去了。范蠡退隐之后干什么？他跑去做生意，而且做得超成功，3次成为巨富，又3次把财富散尽救济穷人，这种精神实在太厉害了。所以后来商人都拜他为祖师爷，称他为陶朱公，希望能像他一样生意兴隆，又能富而好施。再来说说五财神。五财神最有名的就是关公。关公本名关羽，是三国时期的大将，他忠义双全，武艺高强，被后人尊为武圣。那关公怎么变成财神的？这跟他的义气有关。关公做生意讲信用，重承诺，而且他曾经在曹操那里待过一阵子，曹操对他超好，又是送赤兔马，又是封官赐爵，但关公还是坚持回到刘备身边，这种情谊让后人敬佩，所以做生意的人都拜关公，希望生意伙伴也能像他一样讲信用，重义气。现在你去很多商店看，柜台后面常常供着关公神像，手拿青龙偃月刀，威风八面，有的还会再出15上香，祈求生意兴隆，客似云来。说到这里，你可能会问，文财神和武财神到底拜哪个好？其实这要看你的行业。如果你是做生意的，特别是做贸易或金融业，拜文财神比较适合，像是比干或范蠡。如果你是做餐饮业，或是需要武力护身的行业，像是保全或警察，那拜武财神关公会比较灵验。不过也有人说，其实财神不分文武，心诚则灵，只要你真心诚意，拜哪一位都可以。 重点是要脚踏实地工作，财神才会保佑你。接下来讲讲初五接财神的习俗。为什么是初五？这要从破五说起。初五在民间叫做破五，意思是破除禁忌。过年前4天有很多规矩，不能扫地，不能倒垃圾，不能动刀剪，怕把财气扫走了。到了初五这天，这些禁忌全部解除，可以大扫除了，把穷气扫出去，迎接财神进来。初五接财神有个特别的仪式，要在凌晨子时开门放鞭炮。为什么要这么早？因为传说财神爷会在这个时辰巡游，你越早开门迎接，财神爷就越早进你家，所以很多人会守到半夜，一到子时就噼里啪啦放鞭炮，把财神爷迎进门。放完鞭炮还要摆贡品，贡品也有讲究，财神爷喜欢什么？首先是水果，要选圆圆的，像是苹果、橘子，象征圆圆满满，财源滚滚。凤梨也很受欢迎，因为台语发音是旺来，生意旺旺来。糕点也是必备的，年糕、发糕都可以。年糕象征年年高升，发糕象征发财。有些人还会准备元宝形状的糕点，看起来就很讨喜。甜食也要准备，像是糖果、饼干，象征日子甜甜蜜蜜。不过要记得，财神爷不喜欢太油腻的东西，所以大鱼大肉就免了，清淡一点比较好。还有人会准备茶和酒，茶要用好茶，酒要用米酒或高粱，表示对财神爷的尊重。不过现在很多人都改用果汁了，也是可以的。拜财神还有个重点，就是要准备纸钱，金纸、银纸都要有，还要准备寿金和易经，这些在金纸店都买得到，老板会教你怎么搭配。拜的时候要说吉祥话，像是恭请财神爷降临，保佑生意兴隆，财源广进，心想事成。说完之后就烧金纸，仪式就算完成了。不过现在很多人住公寓，不方便在家里烧金纸放鞭炮，怎么办呢？其实可以去庙里拜。台湾有很多财神庙，初五那天人潮汹涌，大家都抢着当第一个拜的人，叫做抢头香。据说抢到头香的人，这一年财运会特别旺。有些财神庙还会发钱母，就是用红包袋装着1枚硬币，象征钱滚钱，拿回家放在钱包里，或是存起来当本金，希望能够生生不息。说到这里，顺便讲一下，台湾有哪些有名的财神庙。北部最有名的是石碇五路财神庙，这间庙供奉的就是五路财神，香火超旺的，很多人特地开车上山拜拜。中部有南投紫南宫，这间庙主祀福德正神土地公，不过土地公也是财神的一种。而且紫南宫有个特色，可以跟土地公借发财金，借100块，明年还120。很多人去借过都说超灵验。南部有台南开基武庙，供奉的是关圣帝君，也就是我们刚刚说的关公。这间庙历史超悠久，据说是台湾最早的关帝庙，很多做生意的人都会去拜。东部有花莲圣安宫，也是供奉关圣帝君，虽然比较偏远，但是香火也很鼎盛，可见关公在台湾真的很受欢迎。除了这些有名的财神庙，其实每个地方都有土地公庙，土地公也是财神的一种，叫做福德正神，他掌管土地和财富，是最亲民的财神，所以很多人都会固定去拜土地公，祈求平安发财。讲完庙宇再来说说，不同行业要拜不同的财神，这个说法由来已久。为什么会这样？因为每个行业的特性不同，需要的保佑也不一样。做生意的商人最适合拜范蠡，因为范蠡本身就是经商高手，3次致富又3次散财，这种精神很值得学习，所以商业公会常常会供奉范蠡，希望生意能够长长久久。金融业的人喜欢拜比干，因为比干无心，象征公正不阿。做金融业最需要的就是诚信，所以银行或证券公司常常会供奉比干的神像。餐饮业和娱乐业比较特别， 他们常常拜关公。为什么呢？因为关公除了讲义气，还有驱邪避煞的功能。餐饮业容易有纠纷，娱乐业也是，所以需要关公来镇守。军警当然也是拜关公，这个很好理解。关公本来就是武将，而且忠义双全，军警最需要的就是这种精神，所以很多警察局或军营都会供奉关公神像。医疗业有的拜药王，有的拜保生大帝，这些都是医神。不过也有人会拜财神，因为医院也需要财源，才能运作下去。建築業は製造業，有的会拜鲁班，鲁班是工匠的祖师爷。不过也有人会拜财神，希望工程顺利，财源滚滚。农业渔业比较特别，他们常常拜土地公或妈祖。土地公管土地，妈祖管海洋，这些都是他们赖以为生的地方，所以要特别敬重。科技业和新创产业呢，其实没有固定的说法。有人拜文昌帝君，因为需要智慧和创意；也有人拜财神，希望公司能够获利；还有人什么都不拜，觉得靠实力就好，这个就见仁见智了。说到拜拜，还有个重点，就是要挑对时间和方位。求财有吉时吉位的说法，什么时候拜最好？一般来说，初一、15是好日子，这是传统的拜拜日。初五接财神当然更好。还有就是公司开工日，很多老板会选个好日子开工，然后拜拜祈求生意兴隆。方位也有讲究，传统上认为财位在东南方，所以供奉财神的时候，最好面向东南方。不过现代人住的房子格局都不太一样，有时候很难配合，那就随缘吧。心诚则灵最重要。还有人会看农民历，选个财神方位的吉日，然后特地去那个方位的庙拜拜，这种做法比较讲究。如果你有兴趣可以试试。不过也有风水师说，其实方位不是最重要的，重要的是家里要整洁，气场要好。如果家里乱七八糟，就算拜再多财神也没用，财神爷不喜欢脏乱的地方，所以过年大扫除很重要，把家里打扫干净，财神爷才会愿意进门。讲到这里再说个有趣的，现代人超忙的，有些人真的没时间去庙里拜拜，怎么办？现在有线上拜拜的服务，你可以在网络上点选想拜的神明，输入你的姓名和愿望，庙方会帮你代拜，有些庙还会直播给你看，让你确认有拜到。这种线上拜拜灵不灵？有人说有效，有人说没效，我觉得这是信仰问题。如果你真心诚意，不管在哪里拜都会有效。如果只是形式上的，就算亲自去庙里也没用。不过我个人还是建议，如果有时间的话，还是亲自去庙里拜拜比较好，毕竟那种氛围和感觉是线上拜拜没办法取代的。而且去庙里走走，也可以让心情沉淀一下，这也是拜拜的另一种收获。说了这么多拜财神的方法，最后还是要提醒大家，拜财神不是万灵丹，不是拜了就会中乐透，或是生意突然暴富。财神爷保佑的是努力的人，你要脚踏实地工作，诚信经营，财神才会眷顾你。就像范蠡说的，做生意要有道德，要懂得取舍，不能只想着赚钱，还要懂得回馈社会，这样财富才会长久。关公也是一样，他讲究的是信义，做生意要守信用，对员工要讲义气，对客户要诚实，这样事业才会兴旺。所以拜财神的真正意义，不是求一夜致富，而是提醒自己要用正当的方法赚钱，要有商业道德，要懂得感恩惜福。过年快到了，大家都希望新的一年财运亨通，拜拜求个心安也是好的。但是记得，拜完财神之后，还是要认真工作，努力经营，财神爷才会真的保佑你。好啦，今天的财神爷传说就聊到这里，希望大家听完之后，对财神爷有更深的认识，也知道该怎么拜才灵验。 过年期间我们还有其他精彩主题，会陆续跟大家分享，记得继续收听哦。祝大家新年快乐，财源广进，我们下次见咯。Hey everyone, I'm Jenny. Welcome to Jenny's Weekend Chat. Our Chinese New Year special series starts now. Today's topic is super timely. We're talking about the legends of the God of Wealth. You know what? The 5th day of the Lunar New Year is coming soon. What do we do on the 5th day? Welcome the God of Wealth, of course. But did you know there are several gods of wealth? And different professions worship different ones. If you worship the wrong one, your fortune might not come. Today let's dive into these fascinating stories, so everyone can prosper in the new year. First, let's talk about the famous 5 road gods of wealth. Which 5 roads are they? They represent the 5 directions: east, west, south, north, and center. Each direction has its own god of wealth. Who's the boss of these 5? That would be Zhao Gongming. Zhao Gongming holds a very high position in Taoism. He's honored as Marshal Zhao Shentan. He oversees 4 other gods of wealth. They manage the 4 cardinal directions. Plus he sits in the center. That's how the 5 road gods of wealth came to be. Zhao Gongming's story is legendary. Legend says he was from the Qin dynasty. He practiced Taoism on Mount Zhongnan and became immortal. He had a dark face and thick beard. In his hand he held an iron whip. He rode a black tiger everywhere. Looking mighty and powerful, he could not only bring wealth and treasure, he could also command thunder and lightning, punish evildoers, protect good people. So the people held him in special reverence. You might wonder, why does the god of wealth ride a black tiger? There's an interesting explanation. Tigers symbolize power in ancient times. Black represents the north and water. Water in the 5 elements represents flowing wealth. So the black tiger became the god of wealth's mount. Look at temple statues of Zhao Gongming. Usually black face, black beard, riding a black tiger. This image is super recognizable. Next, let's talk about the civil gods of wealth. The 2 most famous are Baigan and Fanli. Let's start with Baigan's story. Baigan was a loyal minister of the Shang dynasty, also the uncle of King Zhou. He couldn't stand King Zhou's infatuation with Daji, indulging in wine and women all day. So he spoke up with direct advice. This angered King Zhou. King Zhou listened to Daji's words. Said he wanted to see how many holes a sage's heart had. So he had Baigan killed. Cut open his heart. This story is super tragic. How did Baigan become a god of wealth? There's a folk saying, because Baigan had no heart, he handled affairs with fairness and impartiality. Wouldn't favor any side. Business needs fair trade most of all. So people worshipped him as the god of wealth. Especially merchants. They all loved to worship Baigan, hoping their business would be fair and smooth. The other civil god of wealth, Fanli, is even more interesting. Fanli was from the spring and autumn period. He helped King Gojin of Yu destroy the Wu kingdom. Achieved great merit. But he was smart. He knew Gojin could share hardship, but not share prosperity. So after success he retired promptly. Took the beauty sure and went into hiding. What did Fanli do after retiring? He went into business. And he was super successful. 3 times he became wealthy. 3 times he gave away his fortune to help the poor. This spirit was truly amazing. So later merchants worshipped him as their patron. Called him Tao Zhugong. Hoping to prosper like him in business. And also be wealthy and generous. Now let's talk about the military gods of wealth. The most famous is Guan Gong. Guan Gong's real name was Guan Yu. A great general from the 3 Kingdoms period. He was loyal and righteous. Highly skilled in martial arts. Later generations honored him as the martial saint. How did Guan Gong become a god of wealth? This relates to his righteousness. Guan Gong was trustworthy in business. Kept his promises. He once stayed with Cao Cao for a while. Cao Cao treated him super well. Gave him the red hair horse. Granted him titles and rewards. But Guan Gong still insisted on returning to Liu Bei. This loyalty impressed later generations. So business people worship Guan Gong, hoping their business partners would be trustworthy like him. And righteous. Now if you go to many shops, behind the counter there's often a statue of Guan Gong, holding the green dragon crescent blade, looking mighty and powerful. Some even offer incense on the 1st and 15th, praying for thriving business. Customers flowing in like clouds. At this point you might ask, should I worship the civil or military god of wealth? Actually it depends on your profession. If you're in business, especially trade or finance, worshipping civil gods of wealth is more suitable. Like Baigan or Fanli. If you run a restaurant, or need protection in your line of work, like security or police, then worshipping the military god Guan Gong would be more effective. But some people say, actually gods of wealth aren't divided into civil and military. Sincerity is what matters. As long as you're sincere, worshipping any of them works. The key is to work hard and honestly. Then the god of wealth will bless you. Next, let's talk about welcoming the god of wealth on the fifth day. Why the fifth day? This goes back to breaking the fifth. The fifth day is called breaking the fifth in folk tradition. It means breaking taboos. The first 4 days have many rules. Can't sweep the floor. Can't take out trash. Can't use knives or scissors. Afraid of sweeping away fortune. On the fifth day, all these taboos are lifted. Time for a big cleaning. Sweep out poverty. Welcome the god of wealth in. Welcoming the god of wealth on the fifth has a special ritual. Open the door at midnight and set off firecrackers. Why so early? Legend says the god of wealth patrols at this hour. The earlier you open your door, the earlier the god of wealth enters your home. So many people stay up until midnight. Right at the hour they set off firecrackers. Welcome the god of wealth inside. After firecrackers you need offerings. Offerings also have their rules. What does the god of wealth like? First fruits. Choose round ones. Like apples and oranges. Symbolizing completeness. Rolling in wealth. Pineapples are also popular. Because in Taiwanese it sounds like prosperity coming. Business coming in strong. Pastries are essential too. Rice cakes and prosperity cakes work. Rice cakes symbolize rising year by year. Prosperity cakes symbolize getting rich. Some people prepare gold ingot-shaped pastries. They look very auspicious. Sweets are also needed, like candies and cookies, symbolizing sweet days ahead. But remember, the god of wealth doesn't like greasy food. So skip the heavy meat dishes. Keep it light. Some people also prepare tea and alcohol. Tea should be good quality. Alcohol should be rice wine or sorghum liquor, showing respect to the god of wealth. But nowadays many people use juice instead. That works too. Another important point in worshipping. You need to prepare spirit money. Gold paper and silver paper are needed. Also longevity gold and cut gold. You can buy these at spirit money shops. The owner will teach you how to match them. When worshipping, say auspicious words, like respectfully inviting the god of wealth to descend. Bless thriving business. Wealth flowing in from all directions. Wishes coming true. After speaking, burn the spirit money. The ritual is complete. But nowadays many people live in apartments. Not convenient to burn paper or set off firecrackers at home. What to do? Actually, you can go to temples. Taiwan has many god of wealth temples. On the fifth day crowds surge. Everyone rushes to be the first to worship. Called grabbing the first incense. Legend says whoever grabs the first incense will have especially good fortune this year. Some god of wealth temples also give out money seeds. A coin in a red envelope, symbolizing money multiplying money. Take it home and put it in your wallet, or save it as seed capital, hoping it will grow endlessly. Speaking of which, let me mention what famous god of wealth temples are in Taiwan. The most famous in the north is Shiding Five Road God of Wealth Temple. This temple worships the 5 road gods of wealth. Incredibly popular. Many people drive up the mountain specially to worship. In central Taiwan there's Nantu Jinan Temple. This temple's main deity is Fu Jingshan, the earth god. The earth god is also a kind of god of wealth. And Jinan Temple has a special feature. You can borrow prosperity money from the earth god. Borrow 100 and return 120 next year. Many people who borrowed say it's super effective. In the south there's Tainan Kaiji Wu Temple. It worships Emperor Guansheng. That's Guan Gong we just mentioned. This temple has super long history. Said to be Taiwan's earliest Guandi temple. Many business people go there to worship. In the east there's Hualien Shingon Temple. Also worships Emperor Guansheng. Though more remote, the incense is still very strong. Shows Guan Gong is really popular in Taiwan. Besides these famous god of wealth temples, actually every area has earth god temples. The earth god is also a kind of god of wealth, called Fu Jingshan. He manages land and wealth. The most down-to-earth god of wealth. So many people regularly worship the earth god, praying for peace and prosperity. After talking about temples, let's discuss. Different professions worship different gods of wealth. This saying has been around for ages. Why is this? Because each profession has different characteristics, needs different blessings. Merchants in business are best suited to worship Fanli, because Fanli himself was a master businessman. 3 times wealthy, 3 times gave it away. This spirit is worth learning. So business associations often worship family, hoping business will last long. Finance people like to worship bygone, because bygone had no heart. Symbolizes fairness and impartiality. Finance most needs integrity. So banks or securities companies often have statues of bygone. Food service and entertainment industries are special. They often worship Guan Gong. Why? Because besides righteousness, Guan Gong also wards off evil. Food service easily has disputes. Entertainment industry too. So they need Guan Gong to guard. Military and police of course also worship Guan Gong. This is easy to understand. Guan Gong was originally a military general, and loyal and righteous. Military and police need this spirit most. So many police stations or military bases have statues of Guan Gong. Medical industry, some worship the medicine king. Some worship Baoxing Dadi. These are all medicine gods. But some also worship gods of wealth. Because hospitals also need financial resources to operate. Construction and manufacturing industries. Some worship Lu Ban. Lu Ban is the patron of craftsmen. But some also worship gods of wealth, hoping projects go smoothly. Wealth rolling in. Agriculture and fishing are special. They often worship Earth God or Mazu. Earth God manages land. Mazu manages the sea. These are what they depend on for livelihood. So special respect is needed. What about tech and startups? Actually, there's no fixed practice. Some worship Wenchang Dijuan, because they need wisdom and creativity. Some worship gods of wealth, hoping the company will profit. Some don't worship anything, feel they rely on ability alone. This varies by person. Speaking of worship, there's another key point. Choose the right time and direction. Seeking wealth has auspicious times and positions. When is best to worship? Generally the 1st and 15th are good days. These are traditional worship days. The 5th day welcoming the god of wealth is even better. Also company opening day. Many bosses choose an auspicious day to open. Then worship praying for thriving business. Direction also matters. Traditionally the wealth position is southeast. So when worshiping the god of wealth, best to face southeast. But modern people's houses, layouts are all different. Sometimes hard to accommodate. Then just go with the flow. Sincerity matters most. Some people also check the farmer's almanac. Choose an auspicious day for the god of wealth's direction. Then specially go to a temple in that direction. This practice is more particular. If you're interested you can try. But some feng shui masters say, actually direction isn't most important. What matters is the house being tidy. Good energy field. If your house is messy, no matter how much you worship it's useless. The god of wealth doesn't like dirty messy places. So spring cleaning before New Year is important. Clean the house thoroughly. The god of wealth will be willing to enter. Speaking of this, here's something interesting. Modern people are super busy. Some really don't have time to go to temples. What to do? Now there are online worship services. You can select the deity you want to worship online. Enter your name and wishes. The temple will worship for you. Some temples even live stream for you to watch. Let you confirm it was done. Is this online worship effective? Some say yes. Some say no. I think it's a matter of faith. If you're truly sincere, worshiping anywhere will work. If it's just going through motions, even going to the temple in person won't help. But I personally still suggest, if you have time, better to go to the temple in person. After all that atmosphere and feeling, online worship can't replace. And visiting temples and walking around can also help your mood settle. That's another benefit of worshiping. After talking about so many ways to worship the god of wealth, finally I still need to remind everyone, worshiping the god of wealth isn't a magic cure. It's not like worshiping will make you win the lottery, or suddenly get rich in business. The god of wealth blesses those who work hard. You need to work diligently, operate with integrity. Then the god of wealth will favor you. Just like family said, business needs morality. Need to know when to take and when to give. Can't just think about making money. Also need to give back to society. That way wealth will last. Guan Gong is the same. He emphasizes trust and righteousness. Business needs to keep promises. Be loyal to employees. Be honest with customers. That way your career will prosper. So the real meaning of worshiping the god of wealth isn't seeking overnight riches, but reminding yourself to make money through proper means. Have business ethics. Know how to be grateful and cherish blessings. The new year is coming soon. Everyone hopes for prosperous fortune in the new year. Worshipping for peace of mind is good. But remember, after worshiping the god of wealth, you still need to work hard, operate diligently, then the god of wealth will truly bless you. Alright, that's all for today's Legends of the God of Wealth. Hope after listening, everyone has a deeper understanding of the god of wealth, and knows how to worship effectively. During the new year we have other exciting topics we'll share with you gradually. Remember to keep listening. Wish everyone a happy new year. Wealth flowing from all directions. See you next time.